G'day guys, and welcome to another adventure. This is a very different one. I haven't done one like this before. I'm on a beautiful section of the coastline. I've got a hiking bag, I've got a fishing rod, I've got no food, and I've got 2 days. 2 days to just enjoy the coastline, hike around, find somewhere to fish, somewhere to catch a fish hopefully, and just be. So come along with us and let's have some fun. That wind is mad. I want to get over there. If I didn't have a tent, this would be a great spot to hide. You know what? Maybe next time the tent isn't quite necessary. And I could set my mattress up, maybe even on the sand. I wouldn't, but I'd almost hate to know what else lives in here. It's well protected, and I reckon it's high enough that even when the tide does come up, you would be fine. Oh, look at that. Look at that in there. I reckon this looks like a bit of a spring. That's fresh water. That's just, literally a spring coming out the rocks with fresh water. I'm going to be walking a bit further north, but if I have to come back to refill my water, this is the spot. There might even be a few more along the way, but that is so cool. Fresh water. Let's see if we can dig out a little bit, but that's definitely fresh. One thing I want to be really careful up through these sorts of areas is bees. There's so many little spots where they could make their nests, and I want to stay very, very far away from those, hey? This water must be coming from, well, it's getting filtered through these rocks and straight out and into the ocean. But right now it's going straight into my cup. I did not think it was going to be this easy to find water so quickly and so fresh. Have a look at that. Let's see how it tastes. Smells good. That is proper water. So I've got water for days. We are set on that. Now we just need to work out how to catch some fish. Find somewhere that's not too windy and cast the rod in. It's currently like howling. So I've just tucked in here to get some water and hide from the wind. But we'll put the kit back on. We're gonna go around the coast a bit more, find somewhere where we can set up, get stuck into it. But water straight in us. Too good. If it weren't so bloody windy, I could definitely throw a few lures off there, and I reckon I'd be at least getting herring. Herring, tailor, salmon, who knows, but that wind is just hooking in that I don't think I'll even be able to get across. So I'm just gonna bounce along these rocks until I find somewhere a bit more protected. All right, even though I'm not quite at my spot yet, I'm gonna have a bit of a cast because this zone looks really good behind me. Kit up, just flick a lure in a dozen times and see if I see anything come through. With this wind, I'm gonna need something with a bit of weight. So I've lost my main box of lures. I don't know where I've put them, so I've borrowed one of Jai's lures. We'll throw that around. It's probably a bit of a heavier lure, which is good with this wind. But I'll tie that off and then we'll get into it, hey? Oh, and the classic Swiss Army knife. I reckon I got this probably about 20 years ago from my nanny. Now that's a term, I don't know what that is. It was one of Mum's really good friends. It's like an auntie, but her name's Tanya, so we called her Nani. Don't know if you're watching, but thank you, and it's getting good use still. All right, let's do it. I got a hit straight off. Oh. Oh, take it, mate. Come on. Stay on, stay on. got a bloody fish. Straight into it, mate. The bull herring. Mate, well, thank you very much, Mr. Fish. But you are going to be my dinner. Alright, he's dead. You know what we're going to do, guys? To save me carrying this fish around, we're going to have an early dinner. It's 3:30. And I know if I don't eat... I just don't want to have to carry it around for another 2 hours, 3 hours when I'd usually eat dinner. So we're going to get out our little cooker and cook it up now. So, I would love to be cooking on fire, but just this time of the year, you're not allowed to. So I've got a nifty little cooker that Molly got me for Father's Day with Molly and the kids. And this is the first time I cooked Nala an egg on it when I first got it, just to test it out. So let's see how it goes. We're in a nice little protected area. These just screw, bang, straight on. Straight on like that. And I'm gonna cut this in half. Chuck it on one. Just chuck it like that and get a nice crispy tail. I want to use this oil sparingly because I didn't bring a lot. It's just a little bit in a water bottle. I was trying to work out how to get it here without spilling it, and that seemed to be my go-to. Alright, fish is going in half, just so enough that it fits in the pan. There is nothing too fancy about this, is there? Can't even pretend there is. Ooh. That thing goes, doesn't it? Wow. You're straight in there, matey. I love it. Oh, come off. Oh yes, the crispy bits come off. Oh my goodness, they're gonna be yummy. Let's sit that over there. I'm gonna throw this other bit in there. Let's get the whole thing going. Alright, I reckon this is done. I reckon this is hot enough. Turn them off. Let that cool down a bit so I don't burn myself too badly. This is our dinner. Day one dinner. Let's try to get that out. It's a gourmet feast, isn't it? It's an absolute gourmet feast. Ah, look at that. Oh, man. Too good, way too good. Oh, that is bloody beautiful. Falling off the bone. You know, when I got to the location, I said to Molly, like, I'm going, you might not hear from me for a couple of days. And her reply was, she loves me, of course, but it was do what you do best. And I was kind of thinking to myself, like, what is that? What do I do best? And that answer is so simple. It's enjoying myself, enjoying life, enjoying time with her, time with the kids, time by myself, and just this, like being out in the middle of nowhere, knowing that I'm going to be here for a couple of days, being comfortable with the fact that I have no food and I just get to live on the coast and just be. Like, how good is that? Too damn good. Well, that'll fill me up for a little while. We'll see if that gets me through the night, but I got to keep walking. What is it? Yeah, I've got to find somewhere I'm going to camp the night, hey? Well, great start. I'm just so stoked that I got a fish. We're on. All right, clean up time. This little beach here would be a beautiful spot to make camp. Set your tent up in there, or even just lay on your mattress, lay on the sand in a sleeping bag. But I don't know how high the tide's going to come up, but I really want to explore a bit more, so we're going to keep going around. I've got probably another hour of walking to get to roughly where I want to, somewhere a bit unseen. so. Wow, look, big like cave under there. Can any of you guys tell me if you're allowed to, and if you can actually eat these crabs? I see so many of the rock crabs, the big orange nippers, and like, can you eat them? I really want to know if they're edible, because some of them are really big, so let me know if you do. Let's see how this goes. Last one. Whoa. Not even a hit. I'm glad I kept that one while I did, because I could have been going hungry. Just keep looking. It's starting to look a bit more challenging to get along this last section of rocks, but it does look like I can jump across and then somewhat go up a bit, but I'll be needing both hands, so see if I can tuck this away and we can get across. Oh, no, it's not too bad. It's pretty low tide. Quite a few crabs, but we're sort of going across here, up along that little ridge, and then we should be in luck. Otherwise, I've got to go all the way up there by the looks of it. Let's see how we go. I'm staying safe, that's all that matters. Let's have a little look down here. This could get quite slippery, so I just want to see, take it real slow. Pretty lucky that the water's not coming up high. Let's have a little look. I'm not going to be able to climb up that. Let's go back and reassess. I'm wondering if up and along might be the better option. I'll up along there. Let's see. It's like a mountain goat trail. Whew. That all just looks too gnarly, to be completely honest. I must say, it definitely looks like someone's done this before me. Got all excited about getting to their spot, then to have to climb over and then back down. The things we do for fun. Oh, I've got to an absolutely gorgeous spot, but I'm just not going to be able to get to where I want to safely, so I'm gonna go back down, have a quick drink of water because I'm knackered, head back down and find somewhere else to camp in there. If I had my waterproof bag, I'd just swim across, but I didn't go for that option when I was packing, so on that side it is, I reckon. Yep, it's what's got to be done. Oh, I'm back down to where I first climbed up there. That was a rock climbing session I don't think I really signed up for. Oh, and now I'm bloody hot. Bloody got a sweat on doing that. That's gross. Considering this is my only set of clothes. Oh man, I gotta get through all the tomorrow with this one too. It's all good, it's all good. Find another way. As much as I want to do this sort of survival style video, I still want to make sure I get home to Molly and the kids, that's for sure. Could definitely flick a rod in there. Good bit of protection. Nowhere flat to sleep though, but anything's possible. All right, I'm gonna cool down and then we're gonna work out another way around, or another way back and jump into one of those other spots. I've gone back through and had another look around there, and really, to me, the only risk is getting a bit wet. So I'm gonna take my boots off, put them in my pack, and swap into my shorts, or just take the pants off and go across. And just, it's only like this deep, so I'll be able to get heaps better grip without my boots on the rocks. And that's the plan. That's the plan. All right, boots on. All right, that's going on the pack. Whoop. I better take that GoPro with me. That would have been an unnecessary double back. Heaps more grip without the shoes. Now that bit there is the only bit I need to pass. Yeah! We made it! Whoops! Oh, my midgies. Mate, glorious! Taking the time to really think about how I could get over there safely definitely paid off, hey? Like I could, at the start it was like, yep, going under is not an option. Looking up, going over was not an option. It's not that deep, it's not that dangerous. It's more about not getting wet and sliding in. So using the like handholds above on that cliff meant like I had very little weight on my feet. I was taking most of it with my arms. So, and now I've made it to here. I think the shorts are staying on for a little bit now because I worked up an absolute sweat there. But from now on, it should just be chill. I'll sleep here if I need. If I don't find anywhere else suitable, I'll be climbing up over those rocks there to enjoy the sunset. Maybe flick the lure out. I think I've got one bigger lure, which could really yeet out the back and maybe get a, I don't know, a tailor or a salmon or something. It'd be way too much for me to eat, so I'd be going back. I want you guys to get out and do things like this as well. Just, even if it's not camping in the middle of nowhere, or even if it's not camping on the beach, even if it's just at a caravan park, roll a swag out, a mattress, a tent from Kmart. It doesn't need to be fancy. Enjoy this, because this is living. Me and Molly really make an effort of leading by example. So to our kids, we get out, we explore, we enjoy nature, we enjoy the beach. It's pretty hard to beat a walk or a ride down to the beach from our house, and you know, getting out in nature it's just the best thing for their soul, and they love doing it with us, and it's just our favourite way to bond as a family as well. Boots on. I'm gonna look up over that hill. Not gonna lie, it's even prettier on the other side. Come check it out. Those beautiful sand dunes over there are exactly where I want to go. I just can't seem to get across. That's the only bad thing about not having my drone with me. It's just hard to find a path. But the idea was if I get there and I'm sleeping over that side tonight, I can wake up first thing in the morning, and being on sandbanks and stuff, I could potentially even get some whiting and stuff like that. So I'm gonna see if I can go up and over again, and hopefully have a bit of luck that way. But it looks too gorgeous not to try. Sandy beaches, mate. It's hard to pass up. We're walking around the top definitely worked this time, and that's where I want to end up. So I'm gonna scale down. What is it now, time-wise? It's just after 5. So I want to work out where I'm going to stay, that's for sure. Really to try and get away from the wind's the main goal. So let's get down there and see what we can find. Oh man, I am bloody knackered. I've walked for a good 4 hours. I was just thinking, I'm definitely a family man. I really miss Molly and the kids at the moment. Like, it's sort of time that we'd be having dinner, chilling out, winding up for the afternoon. And although it's peaceful out here, nothing beats home really. I think that's the challenge. It's not the eating, it's not the walking, it's just not being at home, which is hard. If I had my whole family with me, I had the kids and Molly, like this would be bliss. Let's actually have a bit of a look at what we've got in this bag, hey? Well, they're the pants. Hooker, GoPro accessories, a roller snake bandage. That's also got some other like just general band-aids, but a snake bite kit, a little inflatable mattress. I've stolen one of the kids' sleeping bags, and then I've also got my hiking tent. Camel packs in the back, bunch of EpiPens. One of these little pockets has a couple of little bits of fishing gear, float, bigger jig, little vibe, pack of small hooks. Got a toothbrush, toothpaste, car keys, and then in this one, a head torch, charger, another EpiPen. I've got a raincoat, hooded poncho, just in case. Fishing rod, and a water bottle. Speaking of the water bottle, I'm just gonna set the tent up here. Probably wait a little while, just in case it gets blown away in the wind. All right, in it all goes. We've got our spot, so let's go see if we can catch another fish or two. This is not good because I didn't bring spare leader. That was my only bit of leader. So I'm going to be throwing lures, well, my 2 lures tomorrow with just plain braid, which is far from ideal. So hopefully I might be able to find just in the weed or in the brush, like sort of washed up, just another bit of leader. So that would be that sand is banging in my face. So not ideal, but I don't know what we're gonna do. Might be a bit of a scavenger hunt trying to find some more. Gotta do what you gotta do. Can't see how this is going to work in the sand, so I think I need to find some big rocks and then use the weight of my gear to keep it somewhat in one spot. And we might be more successful. And yes, I have put a tent up before. I know it looks like I haven't put one up before, but this is just really hard. With the help of a bunch of rocks like this, I've managed to make that thing somewhat resemble a tent. This ain't no 5-star camping, but we don't even have dinner. So no dinner, and a tent they might blow away, but it's all good. I had a look over the ocean. It looks like there might be a bit of rain coming. This wind sort of backs off or swings around. I should be okay. That's some pretty wild weather coming our way tonight. The fingers are crossed. But you know what? I'm probably just gonna go to bed now. So there's only probably another half an hour left of light, so I'm gonna get in there and get comfy, hey. I'm down. It's still bloody light. I'm not much of a night owl at the best of times. Anyway, I'm glad I've got the tent nice and secure. I'm happy enough with it that I think it's gonna stay up. The rain is here. I'm so glad I put the tent up. Like this afternoon I was contemplating just sleeping out in the open sky with my sleeping bag. Definitely glad I didn't stick with that one. It was an epic day today. Got a fish, found some fresh water, just explored a few little passes which were really tricky and challenging, but we got through, so found a good spot. Tomorrow is gonna be all about finding some food because I'm already starving. I have this kind of sad feeling that it might be snails for breakfast. That'll be the thing that I can get into really quickly, and we'll sort out the fishing rod to try catch some more fish. Hope you enjoyed day one. See you in the morning. Well, to say that I slept well would be an absolute lie. The wind and rain kept me up for most of the night. I probably fell asleep for maybe half an hour at a time max. So that definitely wasn't the best sleep I've had. So I can decide what I'm gonna do for the day because I don't really like the overcast, but I can see a few bits of silver lining on those clouds, quite literally. And I'm hoping that that's gonna bring a bit more energy about the day. Let's see out this weather change and then see if we can find something to eat, because I'm pretty hungry, hey. That would definitely make a tasty treat right now. You do get plenty of abalone in this area, but I haven't got any dive gear and that weather's too wild, so the next best thing is probably snails. Ooh. Yes! Haha! That saved me taking my boots off. That was a bit of excitement. Do you reckon I could eat these little snails? Not much in them. No luck. Just seaweed. That's actually an edible type of seaweed. Those little bubbles. I didn't catch something then. Right, it's time to tackle the water pass again. The tide's a bit lower now, but there is a bit more surge. So I'm just gonna try a time getting across here. We're going to attempt it with the boots on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Midgies, 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 midgies. Ah, so many mosquitoes. Yuck. I don't like midgies. I'm going to have to run past that part. We're going, we're going, we're going. Oh, oh. That was the grossest thing ever. Oh, I hate midgies. Oh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Just gonna watch this for a little while. See, there's not much water when it goes out, but that surge is pretty gnarly, so. Woo! All right, we're doing it. Up we go, Dylan. Right. And then there's a bigger one coming. Oh. No. Ah, far from ideal. Boots on, no good. Not gonna lie, that didn't quite go to plan. The only risk was me getting wet. I knew that at the start. But my boots, I was like, oh, I'll be fine, because it wasn't too hard yesterday, but just the extra grip I got by being barefoot was obvious there, because I was just sliding. So my boots are wet, pants are wet, so I'm gonna regroup for a little bit, take my pants off and try dry my boots and socks out of touch. But I don't like my chances. Anyway, it is what it is. Well, as much as I hate to admit it, this is some poor man's escargot. I got snails. Snails for brekkie. Man, food is going to be so good when I get home. I know it's only been 24 hours, but I'm a real foodie if you haven't noticed, and me and Molly love devouring a good bit of steak or a big slab of fish. But snails it is. Alright, we found our little zone out of the wind, and we're gonna simply just boil up these snails. You just gotta boil them enough to get the meat out of the snail and flick that little cap off. Got the cooker out. Burners. Always make sure that burner's closed. It gets me every time. There's enough moisture in those snails as it is. Ooh. Why did my brain not tell me that that would be really hot? Alright, less flame. There we go, have a look in there. Now I've had these quite a few times, but they usually have chili or garlic or some sort of herb, so this could be really interesting. Alright, to me, they look cooked enough. Let them cool down a bit so I can touch them. I'm going to straighten out a hook. I like to grab out one of these little hooks, straighten it out a bit if you can. See how they go. Flick the little cap off And then with that hook, you can get that bit there out. Ow. They have like a little foot on them, like a little shell. And you know what? I honestly do enjoy them. They've got a very similar texture to like your ocean mussels. Oh, that's a juicy one. Now, some people won't eat all of it, and I'm not actually too sure on which part you should take off. I've always cooked them really well and just ate the whole lot. But I do have a bit of an iron gut, so it might not be for everyone. We'll push one of these adventures out for a couple more days one time, and we'll see if we can get Molly or the kids or get a few more of the salty Macs on board. Because like I say, the hardest part about this is missing the family. So just bring them along with us. No one's scared of it. Actually, I think all the kids, apart from Nala, have tried these snails. And they all love herring. All gone. Yum. Just stopped for one last drink on the way back. But the weather's just kind of holding me out from really getting into the water and fishing, so I've made my way back through. I had the snails for brekkie, and I'm gonna head back to the car and get home and get planning for the next adventure. So I hope you enjoyed that one. It was definitely something really different, and I sure did. The highlight for me is finding the fresh water and catching that herring. So that was really cool. So hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next video.